All right. This is Pastor Kevin Lindley in Winston, Oregon. And tonight we're doing the Holy Spirit Chronicles, part 55. It is Thursday night. It's June 4th. And let's go ahead and get in to where I left off yesterday. All three encounters in heaven, I had multiple visits to the throne room. I was led by the touring angel into more rooms that were accessed all through the throne room. The room of wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom is mentioned 160 times in the Old Testament and 52 times in the New Testament. Knowledge is mentioned 139 times in the Old Testament and 47 times in the New Testament. As I followed the touring angel into the wisdom and knowledge room, my training began. I learned wisdom and knowledge must go together. A person can have head knowledge, but without wisdom to apply that knowledge, a person is simply a fool. I was also reminded that the ways of God are saturated in wisdom and knowledge. In Romans 11:33, it says, "Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and the knowledge of God. How unsearchable are his judgments, how untraceable are his ways." Two of the 9 manifestation gifts are the word of knowledge and the word of wisdom. In 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 8, in the New King James Version, it says, "For to one is given the word of wisdom through the Spirit, and to another the word of knowledge through the same Spirit." The word of wisdom flows from being connected to the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit will speak through you a wisdom that is not your own wisdom, but the wisdom that comes from the Ancient of Days. The same is true of speaking in the word of knowledge. You might suddenly know something that's not possible for you to know. By the Holy Spirit, you'll speak forth words that originated in the heart of God and not from your own heart. The word of wisdom and the word of knowledge often work together at the same time, but not always. An example of the word of knowledge and the word of wisdom working together. I would get a word of knowledge from the Holy Spirit about a person I'm ministering to. I suddenly know their full name. I know the date of an injury that took place. And I know the exact words spoken by the doctor and the family. Now, this has happened to me before. The word of wisdom now comes from the Holy Spirit, giving me the precise prayer that I need to pray to release healing of that injury. So both the word of knowledge and the word of wisdom working together in conjunction with one another. This is always information I formerly knew nothing about. Information like this comes out of the throne room. It comes out of the room of wisdom and knowledge. I often will pray, "Holy Spirit, release the resources of heaven to complete your perfect will in this situation." The resources of heaven come from the doors and rooms in the throne room of God. Coming from the throne room, wisdom always carries the application of how to resolve an issue. All this comes out of the throne room, from the room of wisdom and knowledge. This room is rich in deep spiritual realities and eternal truths. From the beginning, God has always intended to share all of his wisdom and knowledge with us, his children. Sharing wisdom and knowledge with us is a great delight to the Father. In Proverbs 2:6 it says, "For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth comes knowledge and understanding." See, he's the source. Acknowledging the source of all wisdom and knowledge. It's important to give credit where credit is due. Wisdom and knowledge that come from God is way beyond our human abilities. Holy Spirit gives us the wisdom and the knowledge we need to accomplish impossible and great things for him. I'm Pastor Kevin Lindley, and we will catch up with you tomorrow night. Be blessed.